Hey there, this is Jenna Ross from Spiritually Savage Mindset Strategy Coaching. I am the psychic medium, channeler, healer, card reader, soul guide, coach, whatever the hell you want to call me. I am here to help you stop sleepwalking through your life and wake the fuck up and live the life of your dreams. And to take all your question marks and turn them all into big, giant fucking exclamation points. I am thankful that you are here. I want to thank you for supporting the channel and for your subscribes and shares and comments and feedback and messages and everything else that I'm getting. And I want to let you know that most of my readings and stuff like that are on the channel are collective and twin flame. But if you are interested in a private reading or coaching support of any kind, you can hit my scheduler or message me on one of my social channels, and all those links are below in the description. We talked a little bit about retrograde and also about the new moon and Pluto going direct, and we talked about how we've been talking for months about how that talks about your identity and letting go of your identity, and we've talked about finding your soul identity. And I had a lot of questions about this morning in my inbox. And so I want to address some of this and really talk about it, because I think a lot of you have been searching for your identity here in 3D, in the physical world, and you have a hard time identifying who you are without your roles. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a churchgoer, I'm a Christian, I'm a Buddhist, I'm a spiritualist, I'm, a divorcee, I am a cancer survivor, I'm a former addict, I'm a whatever things that you're attaching your identity to, and can't create your own identity because you need to learn who you are as the tent. You are not the stakes that stake the tent into the ground. You are the fucking tent. So who is the tent? And it's not about your identity here in physical. It's about your soul identity. And a lot of people right now are searching for who they are spiritually. We see this movement so much right now in this, where people want to be witches. They're like a giant TikTok witch movement, and a giant card reader movement, and a giant healer movement, and a giant empath movement. And we're desperate to attach to these labels and to embody these labels. But are you embodying the checklist of the label? Just like you were in 3D. You're like, I want to be a mom, so I have to be the Pinterest mom. I have to have, this many kids. I have to have the perfect husband. I have to have the perfect house. I have to go to PTA meetings. I have to have my shit together. But I want to ask, are you doing that with your spiritual identity too? Are you so desperate to figure out what this identity is? Like, what is a witch? Here's my checklist. Has a pointy hat, does spells, cackles maniacally. I'm making fun, but do you understand what I'm saying? We have this very list-oriented version of what things are. And we need to embody them perfectly. And we forget that identity comes from inside. And we always think that we have things in our personality that's contradictory. I love my alone time, but I'm a social butterfly. Those things conflict and cannot be true. Bullshit. I can go out and be a social butterfly and love to be around people. And then I can also appreciate my alone time and want that time to recharge and not want to go and hang out. You can honor so many different parts of yourself and not create a conflict in your head where there is no conflict. So we create so much conflict within ourselves because we believe that something cancels out something, or we believe something cannot exist in the same place and at the same time as something else. It's why we have such a hard time with shadow work. We don't believe if we're light that we can also have shadow. We believe that if we're light, then shadow can't exist there, but shadow only exists where there is light. Where it's completely dark, there is none. So we need to learn how to do all this, because I was finding earlier when I was having some conversations with many of you in my messenger this morning about the video and about finding your spiritual identity, some of you said, I really jived with what you said. I listed out some. I said, are you a witch? Are you royalty? Are you a warrior? Are you a supporting person? Are you the light council? Are you my ladies in waiting? Who are you? And some of you really jived with some of that. And then you said to me, but as soon as I said yes, my soul like jived with that. And then I thought, I can't be that because. And so I want to talk to you about why we associate who we are and our identity with our weakest moments. I had a discussion with a client today who has been sick for a few days. And she looked at this illness as a test that she failed. She wasn't able to continue to do everything that she wanted to do. She wasn't able to continue her processing. She wasn't able to stay positive, and she got angry, and she was crying, and she was a mess, and she was mad, and she was doing everything she knew to do to get better, and she failed. And I said, why do we look at everything as a pass and a fail? This wasn't a test at all. This was a circumstance the universe brought into your life to show you something, to accentuate something, to make you pay attention to it. And that is that we're all human. And that we all need to give ourselves grace and allow the process to unfold. When we see warriors in movies, okay? I love the 300, but I love warrior movies. I love movies about, any types of warriors, but especially when you talk about like tribes and indigenous warriors and things like that. They trained their whole life for this. And they go out to battle. And some of them are injured and killed. And do we ever go, fuck that guy, he trained his whole life and he did this his whole life and he got wounded and killed? What a weakling. No. We go, he was a hero. He trained his whole life for this. He worked for it and he became amazing at it. And he was worthy of going onto that field of battle with those other warriors and protecting us. And standing for what he believed in. All of the people throughout history that we revere and that we learn about had weak moments. But they didn't go, oh my God, I'm too weak to do this. The universe just showed me that I'm way too weak to do this. We have to have weak moments in order to see our strength. I keep seeing all these posts on social media and stuff about being fearless. I want to be fearless. I want to be like a lion and be fearless. And just so you know, lions have fucking fear. Everything has fucking fear. Being fearless should not be your goal. Fear is your compass. You need it. You know why? Because if you don't have fear, you can't show courage. If you can't show courage, you can't show yourself how capable you are. You can't show yourself how strong you are. You can't show yourself how confidence works. Because you don't have anything to push through. You don't have anything to move forward. You don't have anything to show you what is in front of you. If your dreams aren't something you fear, then they're not big enough. Then inside you already know you can attain them. That's nothing. Not worried about that. Why the hell would you jump over hurdles that you already knew you could do when you want to push yourself and jump over ones that you weren't sure if you could do it until you could? Pushing yourself is how you show courage. Running towards your fear is how you show courage. This is how you gain your identity. But we go, oh, she said royalty, and I can't be royalty because my human brain says that makes me better than everybody else. I'm going to give you the real. Spirit does not give a fuck what other humans think about you. If it is assigned you a mission, that is your mission. You do it and you shut up about it. You are not to concern yourself what other people think of your mission. Spirit assigned you this mission. The universe assigned you this mission. Your soul assigned you this mission. You don't concern yourself with what other people think. You didn't see kings and queens back in the day going, can't be king. I was walking down the street and some peasants said some nasty things about me, and that's not very kingly. So, and I'm a little kid, so, I'm not fit to be king. No. They said, fuck it, this is my birthright. Your soul mission, your soul identity, your soul path, that's your birthright. It's who you are. You don't get to choose. It's one of those things you're born with that you don't get to choose. I'm 4'11". I can wear heels if I want to, but it does not change my height. Doesn't. I have brown eyes. I can wear contacts if I want to, but at night I take those contacts off and I still have brown eyes. It's who I am. I can pretend to be whatever I want. You can pretend to be whatever you want in this life. You can show whatever identity you want. You can adhere to your checklist, but nobody cares about your checklist in spirit. We kept laughing. I circulated a post a little earlier, a couple of days ago, and then I circulated it again today on Facebook, talking about be very careful who you talk shit about and come up against in physical, because you do not know how they're ranked in the spiritual and who protects them. And somebody reposted it. And I said to them, and that goes for how we talk about ourselves too. Because spirit will reprimand you for talking shit about the person you are and the role that you're meant to play. Just imagine if you were the queen and you're talking shit about the queen. Your ancestors would kick your ass. You were born for this and you should not downplay it. The end. How dare you be so arrogant as to not accept your birthright? How dare you say that you trust the universe and that you trust spirit, and then say to the universe, oh no, you were wrong about that. I can't be that. I can't be that person. Oh my God. Like, are you delusional? Have you seen me? Did you see earlier when I was a mess and I was crying and I, couldn't find my crown? Did you see me earlier when I said something snippy and hurt somebody's feelings? It's the other thing. I had somebody say, we're in this process of really letting go of our identities here right now. And I have some clients right now that keep derailing themselves with their weak moments. They get in their head and they go, I'm not doing anything. There's no progress because it's not happening now. It's not happening now. So I'm not doing any progress. We like the microwave progress. You know what I'm saying? We've learned the quick fix with everything in our society. Our society has programmed us for quick. I ordered it off Amazon. If it's not here in 30 minutes, it's not coming. I sent it at the post office. 3 days. It's been 4 days. It's not coming. I have to call it in again and say, oh my God, where is it? And we're doing the universe like this. We're manifesting. We're asking the universe for stuff. And then if it's not here in 30 minutes, we're like, 30 minutes or less, it should be free. Where the fuck is it? And then we're running around like chickens with our heads cut off because we've asked for an entire dream life. And the universe is trying to let it unfold. And we are standing there going, it's not happening. And all this stuff is happening around us. And we're so oblivious to what's happening. Because the entire thing has not fallen in front of us. I want a dream house. And there's a piece of your house over here, and a piece of your house over here, and a piece of your house over here, and a piece of your house over here. And instead of grabbing it and going, oh my God, the universe is delivering it, look how it's coming together, and we put those pieces to the puzzle in, we're standing there screaming, the puzzle's not done. And we're missing the journey. Because we're trying to skip that part, and we just want it right now, microwave done. We're missing the transformation. We're missing the steps. We need to trust the process and understand that change is happening. The magic is happening. The manifestation is coming together. But here's the problem. Then we want to derail ourselves and go, no, we're not good enough for this. And I can't think of myself above other people. That's my arrogance. Just lean into the surety that you have, that you trust spirit and you trust that it knows what it's doing. But see, the thing is we try to derail ourselves and tell ourselves we can't be healers because we've hurt other people. We can't be healers because now I have no empathy and I'm focused on me and on my goals and on my healing, which means I'm slighting other people. And I'm going to tell you this right now. You cannot be a people pleaser and a healer at the same time. Because people pleasers change and shade the truth in order to spare other people's feelings, in order to not make people uncomfortable. And healers make people uncomfortable. If you are a healer, consider yourself a healer, and you are not making people uncomfortable, you are not stepping into your healing. Or you're just not ready to be a healer yet. Because healers make people uncomfortable just with their energy sometimes. Just with your presence should make people uncomfortable because it pushes them to look at things in their own life that they should be healing. You are not healing others. You are inspiring others to heal themselves. Your energy is pushing them into a state of healing. I'm going to tell you this right now. Healing comes with disruption. So if spirit is moving and you're listening, then you don't worry about how it affects the people around them, because you making them pissed off and uncomfortable and mad and hurt and angry, that's you helping them heal sometimes. You ever see spirit intervene and cause a death in the family? Or an accident? Or disruption, a tower falls, your whole life falls apart and burns to the ground? Spirit helping you heal. Taking away the things that are hurting you so that you can have the things that are meant for you. And if I hurt other people's feelings, sometimes I'm like, I'm not responsible for other people's feelings and reactions. They are. If you feel triggered, good. When other people trigger me, I'm like, yeah, thank you. Thank you for pointing out where I needed to heal. You meant it maliciously, but you did what needed to be done as a soul contract to point me in the direction. You can't be resistant to that stuff. You can't fear that stuff. You need to look into it. As soon as you feel triggered by something, you go, I need to step back for a second, look at why that triggered me. You can't, fall out and spiral into a death spiral. That's not healing. That's denial. It's resentment. It's blaming. It's attacking others. It's the anger. Can't do all that. It's not It's not healing. That's not self-awareness. It's also not how the spiritual path works. So you got to stop looking at other people and then deciding how Spirit's going to use you to heal them. You are always somebody's karma. Good or bad. I don't believe in good or bad. I just believe in necessary. But if you want to say good or bad, you're always somebody's karma, good or bad. Sometimes the bad is what Spirit needs to heal it. And guess what? If you're so worried about trying to control it, then what you're literally saying is, I don't trust Spirit to know how this person needs to heal. I don't trust Spirit to determine the plan of how I need to heal or how they need to heal. I don't trust that. I don't trust that there's a handle on this. I need to intervene because I know better. All we are is a tool. We're a conduit. I'm a conduit for Spirit. Spirit speaks through me. The universe uses me and enacts me the way that it should. My soul leads me. I listen to it, and that's the end of it. But I don't get to make decisions about what that is. I listen. And sometimes I go, shit, this is going to suck. But I do it anyway. I go, oh, this is not how I want to be seen. Oh, this is going to be terrible. Oh, this is going to be uncomfortable as hell. But I do it anyway. Because it's what I'm asked to do. And you do it without question, without hesitation, without overthinking it. Because it's not your plan. You don't know. When royalty sends the messenger out, the messenger doesn't get to read the message. He gets there and he hands the message over. And sometimes they kill the messenger. It happens. It's not because the messenger was wrong. And that's what happens. We start to overthink it, and you need to understand that in order to step into your spiritual identity and really find what it is, you need to accept that you are a tool. A scalpel does not do surgery. It's a tool. The surgeon picks it up and decides where to cut. The scalpel doesn't consult and say, I think we should cut here. No, you're not doing it right. No, you could hurt somebody like this. No, it's too deep. The scalpel shows up. The surgeon uses it as he pleases. You need to learn that if you're stepping into your spiritual identity, you are the scalpel. And you need to accept that and be okay with it. And realize that Spirit will use you as it sees fit. Your job is just to show up. Just be there. When you can do that, that's when the magic starts to happen. And since this is a topic that you guys want to continue, I think I'll continue to talk about this so that we can learn how to step into our spiritual identity and really hear and really figure out where you fit into that and what your spiritual mission is here on this planet. So I want in the comments below, I'd love for you to tell me at this present moment where you feel like your spirit is leading you to believe. What is your spiritual identity? I'd love to hear it. And it may morph, and you might be attracted to something now, and as your journey goes along, you go, no, I think I'd like to do something else. Because like a child, you get attracted to certain things in the beginning, and then as you grow, you go, that doesn't fit me anymore. I'm outgrowing that, and I'm moving on to a newer identity, a more mature identity. Something that I know is really for me. Okay? So be the scalpel. Learn to be the tool for Spirit. Don't try to tell Spirit how to do its job. Embody who you're supposed to embody and show up. Be the tool. Talk to you tomorrow.